And thank you for watching this regional forecast for the Northeast. I'm Andrew Pritchard, Senior Meteorologist with Nutrien Ag Solutions. Well, temperatures right now across the Northeast quite warm for 5 o'clock this morning. 70s across much of the region, 60s off to the west where we've got some cloud cover and some light rain beginning to make its way in. We've got a cooler air mass that's going to be spilling in as we head into the weekend on the backside of a storm system right now that's making its way across the eastern Corn Belt and slowly into the Northeast. You can see the circulation right here, kind of poorly defined, but we've got this warm current, this warm air advection on the leading edge, tapping into that tropical air mass where on the backside, cooler air starting to fill in across the northern plains and the Great Lakes. So you look at the radar again, some of those showers starting to make their way across Pennsylvania, and we'll see more showers and storms popping up across that region as we head to the afternoon. Even a slight risk some of those storms could turn severe from the eastern Corn Belt, parts of eastern Ohio, Virginia, Maryland into Pennsylvania, New York, parts of Vermont, New Hampshire, and even, maybe western New Jersey getting a strong storm as we head into the late part of the day today. We can look at the high-resolution rapid refresh model, and that'll show us those scattered storms popping up as we head into the peak heating of the afternoon when our atmosphere is most unstable. Just along and ahead of that frontal boundary, watching for some scattered storms to pop up. This will be about 4 o'clock in the afternoon. And again, maybe watching for several clusters, several corridors of storms here, anywhere from Vermont, New Hampshire, back across New York into Pennsylvania and eastern Ohio this afternoon into the evening. The primary threat here are going to be some gusty winds with some of these line segments, maybe some spotty reports of hail, maybe even a brief tornado across the region. Not expecting a tornado outbreak, not expecting devastating hail. I think by and large we're going to see some gusty wind reports from some of these showers and storms as we head to the afternoon and evening. Panning back, looking at the entire U.S., taking it into Sunday afternoon, we can watch the forecast here from the high-resolution NAM model. Again, watching those showers and storms popping up along and ahead of the frontal boundary as we head to the afternoon and evening hours. Those will begin to weaken as they push to the east during the overnight, maybe a few rumbles of thunder in coastal areas as we get into the early morning hours, but by and large, that precipitation gets out of here by the time we get to Saturday morning, and a cooler air mass makes its way in. Maybe a couple of showers on the backside here across parts of Pennsylvania and upstate New York. On the backside here, as maybe some cooler rain showers during the afternoon and the peak heating of the afternoon on Saturday. So getting ahead here, looking at the precipitation forecast between now and Sunday afternoon. Again, splotchy in nature as we talk about some of these line segments, these clusters of storms, where some of the heavier storms pass. We could see easily 1 inch to 1.5 inches of precipitation, maybe a corridor very narrow here that picks up 2 inches of rain here from one of these storms. And then we have some areas that may get missed altogether or pick up maybe a few hundredths of an inch. So a smattering of precipitation across the Northeast here as we head through the next couple of days. We are trending toward a drier pattern in the midsection of the country, which is going to be good news. We had a large corridor from the Gulf of Mexico all the way into the Great Lakes, even over here toward the mid-Atlantic, where some of these regions have seen 6 to 7 inches of precipitation over just the last 7 days. So good news then across the midsection of the country as we begin to head toward a pattern like this, one that features a ridge in the jet stream over the central U.S. For us here in the Northeast, this is going to mean a cooler pattern as we head into next week with very sparse opportunities for some precipitation, though we will have better chances here, at least than the midsection of the country. So kind of the axis here, the driest corridor is going to be across the midsection of the U.S., but drier conditions do extend into the Northeast, but we'll have some spotty areas here that do pick up precipitation, including our storm system today into tonight. That also includes the opportunity here as we head into next week. Let's talk about what that looks like. Again, here is our Friday into Friday night precipitation activity. We see kind of that last little wave come in on the backside during the day Saturday, maybe some cold showers, maybe even a snowflake across far northern Maine as we head into Saturday night. I think that's probably pretty unlikely, but on the backside here, cooler and quieter as we head into Sunday and Monday across the Northeast. Our next organized storm system doesn't make its way in until we get into probably Wednesday morning across the Northeast region. This is an area of low pressure that's going to dive in from the Canadian Prairie as we get into midweek, kind of stalling a frontal boundary back behind it into the eastern Corn Belt. So perhaps several days of rain and maybe a couple thunderstorms here possible as we get into Wednesday and Thursday across the Northeast region. So taking a look at total precipitation, here's our Friday, Saturday rain, and then we're quiet as we head into Sunday and Monday. We then head into Tuesday and Wednesday, and we get that chance for maybe one more dose of precipitation across the region as we get into midweek. Let's finish with a look at your high temperatures then. Cooling down, we've got those 80s, maybe some 90s across the north in place today. Much cooler as we head into Saturday and even Sunday, 50s and 60s for those highs on Sunday. That's going to linger into the early and first part of next week. Monday, here's Tuesday, and then Wednesday, finally starting to return back to more seasonally appropriate levels as the ridge begins to expand across the midsection of the country. First taste of summer warmth across the Corn Belt, 80s and 90s for the highs on Wednesday, June 3rd, with 60s and 70s expanding back into the Northeast. Have a great day, a wonderful weekend. We'll talk to you again on Monday morning.